Chris Brown was supposed to be on stage June 8th. Lights flashing, music blasting, fans screaming his name. Instead, he's locked up, denied bail, sitting behind bars in a foreign country while his multi-million-dollar tour is about to fall apart. The worst part? His team didn't see this coming, or maybe they did and just ignored it. Either way, Chris isn't going anywhere until at least June 13th, and by then, it might already be too late. This isn't just a legal issue, it's a disaster. Hundreds of people working on that tour, dozens of cities booked, thousands of tickets sold, millions of dollars already spent, and now, the star of the whole show is sitting in a jail cell, all because of an old case, an open warrant that's been floating around for years. And somehow, nobody on Chris's side thought it would be a problem. That's the part that makes fans go silent, because it doesn't make sense. Chris Brown isn't new to the spotlight. He's been famous since he was a teenager. He's traveled the world, worked with the best, gotten through some of the worst. But this? Getting arrested overseas, denied bail, and being held just days before his tour starts? That feels like something out of a bad movie. And yet it's real. It's happening. And people can't stop asking, how did he let this happen? The country he got arrested in had an open warrant with his name on it. Not hidden, not secret. It was there. All someone had to do was run his name through the system, and it would have popped up. So why didn't anyone on his team do that? You'd think before flying a high-profile artist into another country, they would check. Especially if there's a history. Especially if there's even a chance something could go wrong. But they didn't. Or they did and ignored it. Either way, now they're scrambling. Chris was spotted walking around taking pictures, acting. Like everything was cool. No disguises. No attempts to stay low-key. Just hanging out like he had nothing to worry about. And that's where people start saying things like brazen. Because how else do you describe someone who knows they've got legal issues in that same country and still shows up anyway? It's not bold. It's not fearless. It's reckless. And now he's paying the price. The truth is, this whole situation feels avoidable, preventable. Like one meeting, one phone call, one check-in with the right lawyer could have stopped all this. But it didn't happen. And now it's too late. The moment the authorities realized Chris Brown was in the country, they moved, picked him up, brought him in. No special treatment, no backstage passes, just cuffs in a cell. And when he went to court, they didn't even let him out. They denied bail, which means they think he's a flight risk or the crime is serious enough to keep him locked up. This isn't just about missing a concert. This could mess up the entire tour, and fans are already feeling it. Some are angry, others are disappointed, and some are just tired. Tired of watching someone so talented constantly get in his own way. Because that's the thing, Chris Brown is still one of the most gifted performers alive. He sings, he dances, he writes, he produces. When he's focused, there's no one like him. But when he slips, it's always big. And this time, it might be the biggest mistake yet. Think about it. Years of rebuilding his image, dropping new music, collaborating with top names, slowly getting the public back on his side. And now, in a matter of days, it's all hanging by a thread because of a case that didn't get handled, because of a trip that maybe should have never happened. And now the media is all over it. Headlines calling it careless, tweets calling it stupid, and fans asking a question no one wants to ask out loud. When is Chris Brown gonna get tired of all this? That's the real question, isn't it? When does the cycle stop? The drama, the courtrooms, the headlines, the missed opportunities. When does he decide enough is enough? He's not a kid anymore. He's a grown man, a father, a businessman. An artist with one of the longest careers in the game, but it feels like every time he gets close to something great, something pulls him back. Or maybe he pulls himself back. People close to him must be frustrated. You work so hard to set up a tour, to build a brand, to protect the image, and then boom, it's all up in flames. Because someone didn't handle a legal situation. Because someone thought they could fly under the radar, but Chris Brown isn't someone who can go unnoticed. Everywhere he goes, someone's watching. Cameras are rolling. Social media is waiting. And the law? It never forgets. Especially when it's violent. Especially when it's international. The saddest part? This tour was supposed to be a win. A big one. A reminder that Chris still had it. That he could pack arenas. That he could bounce back. But now the story has changed. No one's talking about the music. No one's excited for the show. Everyone's just wondering how long he's going to be locked up. If the tour will be canceled, if the money's already gone. Yeah, his fans are loyal. They've stuck with him through scandals, lawsuits, breakups, and breakdowns. But even they're tired of defending him, tired of hoping this time will be different, tired of watching him throw away chances most people would die for. And you can feel it in the comments. Less support, more disappointment, more people saying maybe it's time to walk away from the drama, from the chaos, maybe even from the career itself. But will he? That's the thing about Chris Brown. He always finds a way back. No matter how bad it gets, no matter how deep the hole, he finds a way to crawl out, drop a hit, and remind everyone why they loved him in the first place. But the more this happens, the harder it gets. The damage stacks up, the trust fades. And at some point, even talent isn't enough. Right now, he's stuck, locked up, thinking, waiting, maybe regretting, maybe not. But one thing's for sure, the world is watching. And when June 8th comes around and the stage lights stay off and the fans go home, it's going to hit him hard. Because that was supposed to be his moment. And now it's just another chapter in a story that's becoming way too familiar. He could have had it all. Still can maybe. But only if he decides this cycle has to end. Only if he starts treating his career, his freedom, and his future like the precious things they are. Because if he doesn't, then one day there won't be a next time. No more comebacks, no more chances, just headlines about what could have been. The clock is ticking, the world keeps moving, and Chris Brown is sitting in a cell thinking about what's next. Maybe this is the wake-up call he needed. Maybe it's just another repeat. Either way, the spotlight's on, the mic's off, and the show, it's on pause again.